Hello, guys, and welcome to JCTalks. This is your host, JC. And in the background, as always, we have
DJ in the back.
DJ in the back. I hate that name. You have no idea.
You know what's funny? We always say we're gonna think about something. We walk out of here and just forget about it.
Dude, we forget this room exists every time we work out
Literally,
here.
we're like, okay, we got 3 rooms. That's all we got.
It's like we spend so many hours like working on things for here and all that, but then once we like gone, it's like, okay, it's the room in the back.
Yeah. Because we don't walk back here. That's the thing.
Exactly. Dude, this dog is having a blast with his toys.
You don't see him though.
Jesus Christ.
He's good.
This is unprofessional recording in here. That's what we get. I hear with all these wild creatures. As always, it's my Duck Thunder walking around. I hope you guys have a great few days. I know we haven't done videos in like a week or two.
Yeah, but
there's a great reason. We don't explain the great reason of what had happened, but it's just life and like also supernatural events that kind of put us aside. Aside from that, as always, thank you for the love. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes and the videos. We're appreciated. Whenever you guys let us know what you like, what you don't like, and any tips you guys might have. As always, we're going to start with the quote of the day. So, DJ in the back, we're going to start with the quote.
So, the quote of the day it's by William Shakespeare.
Allegedly.
It says,
oh, yeah, I don't quote nothing no more.
love all. Trust a few and do no wrong to no one. I love that.
And do what now?
And do no wrong.
And do
wrong to no one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm a bit dyslexic.
I can tell.
I'm so sorry.
No,
Hey.
you're good.
What does that quote mean to you?
Well,
How do you interpret?
I mean, to me, it's pretty clear.
Yeah, it is. It's very.
It's very straightforward. I think I like how it goes from like completely to Jesus Christ.
Welcome back. Gotta do a little pause. So sorry.
Ah man,
My son was acting up. I apologize.
Yeah, Mr. Thunder was he's looking at the door.
I know he is. Leave him alone.
Guys, I wish I could show you how his. Can you turn the camera that way a little bit? Maybe they can see.
Show it.
Yeah, and if you can move it. He's gonna move out of the way. Let me see. Is he? Look at that.
Do you want me to?
Sure. He's really like, oh my God, just bam, just look at that. We put other stuffed animals in there because he was going too crazy, and now he's just
sniffing that right now.
Yeah, he's like, I know they're there.
He's going crazy.
I'm gonna go get him. All right. So, beep. I'm running so many beeps in here. You have no idea. But yeah, that's Thunder being Thunder. But yeah, guys. So I feel like the quote is very self-explanatory. As I was saying earlier before I got interrupted by this wild beast. I love how it goes from all, few, none. It escalates. They're saying that, hey, show everybody your love. My bad. I'm sorry. I got PTSD from the hurricane. Show everybody your love. Trust only a few people, but then don't hurt anybody.
Yep.
And I kind of like how it escalated into that level, kind of giving it like, hey, the most important thing was just love. Everyone gets it.
Of course.
Trust only a few people because you can get hurt and all that. And then don't ever do wrong to anybody. No matter what they do, who they are, don't do wrong to people. So I think it's a great quote.
I really love that quote.
We went through like 7 quotes before we landed on that one.
Bro.
Dude, people say some wild stuff. Like, I think we gotta make an episode about people getting quote like too much. Like, they make anything a quote like, when you turn the switch, the light goes on. Joaquin Castillo at the bottom, like, bro. And then you just see people like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. He's right, because we gotta turn the switch in our lives so that things can be bright. And they find like a whole explanation. So, but yeah, guys, I think we gotta hit the meat, the thick part of this podcast. We're gonna talk about.
You guys know,
yes.
There is a.
First of all, let's clarify that where we live at, right? I think that's important.
We live in Florida, right on
beautiful sunshine state
near
of Florida.
Central Florida, a bit up north, but
yes,
we live around Central Florida.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys may know already, we just got hit by pretty big major hurricane.
Well, let's start from we got hit a few weeks ago from one hurricane on one side.
Oh yeah,
Was Hurricane Helene.
Helene.
It wasn't as bad
2 weeks ago.
for where we're at right now.
Yep.
But it did some damage.
It was windy. It was very windy. Not
not like
nowhere
this,
near
but it
like
did some
this
damage.
one, but yeah.
But unfortunately, this week we did got hit pretty badly by a very strong hurricane.
We got hit bad.
So it landed as a Category 3 at the coast of west side of Florida. And it basically
Tampa area.
Tampa area. Thank you. Listen, I'm trying to be. It's all right. Think about this. Not all viewers know what Tampa is, but they know east versus west. So
West side of Florida.
west side.
AKA
So
Tampa area. There you
yeah. So it hit there with a very strong mild. It was a Category 3. Immediately went down to a Category 1. Thank God.
go. Oh yeah.
That was the case, but then it went right through the peninsula. And it did pretty major damage. I mean, throughout this podcast, I'm going to be putting photos and things that we saw. I might add some videos too. But
I mean, just around our neighborhood,
yeah,
like everybody's fences, like we have some, it's the white fence.
yeah.
And bro, like around every corner, they're destroyed.
But to me, like the fences, like you can put most of them back. So it's most of it is damaged because some of them broke
but
and all
also
that.
shingles too from
But
the
that's
roads.
to me that's a scary part. A lot of shingles flew out, and the thing is, we live in a pretty new neighborhood. Like 3 years ago, this thing wasn't even here.
It's a new area, yeah.
And still, like we got a bunch of trees in the floor. I mean, there's not many trees, but the trees that were there kind of got hit. Our tree lost every single leaf that he had.
Oh man, you have to put a picture.
Dude, I gotta find a
After
picture
we
of that.
just changed it. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
But many people, the roof, losing a lot of shingles and all that stuff. There's also many damages to vehicles and other things. Obviously, we did the best thing that anybody could do after a major hurricane, and we immediately took off and started driving around the morning.
Oh man, the next day at like what, 8 o'clock?
Like, dude, everybody was still in their house, probably not even up because they were up all night from the hurricane.
We had my parents here, so they were passed out still.
Everybody, yeah. But obviously we got to assess the damage to the house. Thank God nothing happened to our house. We're really
Nothing
grateful for
happened.
that. So after we check around our house and all that, we got an RSUV and we start driving around the neighborhood where we noticed all the damage that we're talking to you guys about. And that was nothing compared to what we saw after we left our neighborhood. We thought our neighborhood was bad.
Oh man.
Yeah, it got really bad when we started driving around to other neighborhoods where there's a lot of trees and so on, right? That's a lot of trees in the floor. On this area, the wind, the highest I saw was like 85 miles an hour, which is pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
But some areas had 100 plus miles an hour. So it was really scary. I passed by a lot of places. Like I said, a lot of streets were blocked. Places were flooded. Many places were flooded.
Trees falling onto the road.
Yeah.
Couldn't cross.
We passed by another neighborhood of people that we know, and same thing. The fences messed
They
up.
had major shingles damage.
Major shingle, like half a roof and stuff.
Like almost every single house had like shingles flown off.
And those houses are just like what, 5 years old? So none of these houses that we're talking so far, not even 10
These
years
are
old.
New builds.
Yeah, most of them are new builds.
Yeah.
But we checked on that neighborhood, it was pretty bad. We drove around the city where we lived at, and there was a lot of lights that were out, broken. A lot of the lights, the traffic lights were messed up, completely messed up. And the ones that were there,
dangling bad.
yeah, and the ones that were there weren't even working properly. A lot of the cables.
Oh yeah, a lot of power outages. A lot of
Yeah, and then we drove more towards Central Florida, more towards the Orlando area, and that was brutal. I mean, it was bad. A lot of streets were blocked. Again, flooding everywhere. Many cities have like less than half power. I'm pretty sure by now a lot of things gotten better because we saw a lot of work the last few days. But even when you see debris like trees and stuff in major roads, major roads blocked because of the flooding and all that. I mean, there was a whole street that's pretty major road that was completely blocked because of the flooding. I mean, I saw a car halfway.
But it looks like the water got in, like into the engine and got messed up.
Yeah,
it stopped there.
The car was more than halfway covered with water. So seeing things like that, it did make us feel, again, grateful that nothing happened here. But also, it reminded us how bad the hurricanes are, and it was pretty sad. All the things that we've seen. I do want to mention like how do we prepare for hurricanes and all that, because I think people do a horrible job at getting prepared for a hurricane. The majority of people. Yeah. First is the whole freak out. So the hurricane was scheduled to come in Wednesday. I'm saying schedule but the hurricane was supposed to hit us Wednesday, right?
Morning.
From like Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, people were at the stores buying all the toilet paper and water, known to humankind.
Water.
Now, I might be naive. You've been in Florida longer than me. I've only been here since 2015. Do toilet paper stop hurricanes, or how does that work? Like, no, because I really got to understand.
I don't understand why people buy toilet paper, honestly.
It's like, oh, shit, it's a hurricane coming. Let me make sure I can wipe my ass. Like, is that how people see it?
I have no idea. I never understood that.
That is, like, it was the same thing when the coronavirus, the same thing.
Because people freak out because that happened to us for COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Look, my mom said this. She had toilet paper for over a year.
Oh,
she didn't have to buy toilet paper for over a year.
That's not, but
that's like that wasn't an excessive amount. There's other people having like 5 cars full of toilet paper.
But why? Like, that's what I don't understand.
Because people freak out.
Paper towel, toilet paper.
They think the worst because they lived through worse. They probably lived through similar stuff like that.
But even then, like,
people forget.
Is toilet paper that hard to find later on? Like, the way that I see it, right? If there's a hurricane or something, or God forbid, or there's no power or whatever, those major stores usually are back up pretty fast, and then you can just go and buy what you need. Mm-hmm. You really need it after. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand. Like, I saw people getting so much water. We got water.
Like 5 cases of water.
No, now let's clarify. I didn't buy this, right? I was given.
We already
water.
Had one. We've used like
they've been there 5? For a while.
Yeah.
And then they gave us
your job.
My job gave me some water. 2 cases of water. 2 packs. And then your parents brought us some more water.
I think 1 case.
Dude, that water's gonna be there for years because we drink from the fridge. So
we drink. Yeah.
I'm like, we don't. I mean, anybody that's watching this recording, you live in Florida, you need water. Let me know.
Because also, water can get cut off. That's why people.
You're not gonna take a shower with a bottle of water. Like, you can grab rainwater, boil it to purify it with bleach, or just add bleach to it.
Do you have a container?
Yes.
There's a lot of people who don't have containers for that.
That's part of the preparing for a hurricane.
Okay, but people don't.
Like, if you live in Florida, there's like a few things I think you should have. A generator is a must, for 100%, example.
Yeah.
That's something else. So people were posting everywhere, oh, there's generators here, generators over there, generators here, blah, blah, blah. People don't have generators a lot of times, which I don't know why you wouldn't have a generator here in Florida. I mean, even if you live in apartments, there's options. There's Anchor, if you know the big brand of batteries and stuff, they have electric things. So anyway, generators. A lot of people don't lose power. They don't have nowhere to get electricity, right? Then the people that do have generators, they don't know that you're supposed to run that thing. I think it's once or twice a year to make sure it works properly. Mm-hmm. They don't run it for a couple of years because no major hurricanes comes in, and they just let it be, right? So there's that. On top of that is during the hurricane, now there's a whole thing of covering your windows. So you can put wood to protect your windows from being hit. Yeah. Now, in our transparency, we did not do it. We didn't cover our windows. I think we should have. Part of me think I should have. But then the other part of me didn't. And I have my own reasons why. But mostly because we live on a 2-story. And hell no, I'm not getting over here.
All the wind that was hitting
second story.
2 windows.
Yeah, and I was like, that's too tall.
Our room and the other room.
I was prepared to just put like a...
Or tape.
Mattress
we had the blinds closed. That would help, like...
Yeah. Anyway, there's that you can do too. There is, you can get enough food. Because this is my thing. I see people buying water and stuff. I don't see people buying food, like canned food.
Oh, yeah, they did. 100%.
That much?
I promise you.
I see people buying things that goes in the fridge that's going to go bad as soon as you lose power.
People buy canned stuff. A lot of canned food. A ridiculous amount of canned food.
Jesus, that's gonna probably go bad too.
Yeah, 100%.
They're gonna lose. Oh my God. But yeah, so I think so. I'm bringing this up because I feel like during hurricanes and crisis like this, again, it happened during COVID. Massive hysteria. Hysteria? How you say it?
Hysteria.
Massive hysteria. All right. I don't think news. I don't think news people. I don't think the internet. Anybody does a great job at keeping population well informed without doing stuff going out of hand. Mm-hmm. I understand the urgency to tell people things, but at the same time, I understand that you need to freaking chill. And why am I saying this? The governor or somebody in Tampa, major person, governor.
No, the mayor.
They were major, and multiple people say
it was either mayor or governor.
Multiple people from the top government part of Tampa were telling people to go. It was gonna be 15 feet.
The water surface was gonna be 15 plus feet. Yep.
Yeah, it was gonna be pretty bad. So some people to go, some people didn't want to go, and they're like, well, if you're staying over, make sure you put your name on your shoulder and your date of birth so we can identify the body. Basically, hinting at if you stay, you're gonna die. I understand the severity of the situation, right? I understand it was pretty bad. Why would you say that? Like, because think about this, right? And this is how I look at it. Mm-hmm. I'm all the way here in Central Florida.
Yeah.
And I hear people that are in Tampa are going to die. Anybody that's in Tampa is going to die for sure. Guarantee. Even though a lot of people would stay there and survive. But that's a whole other problem, right? I'm not going to talk about that now. But sure, for people in Tampa, that's great. You're here, get the H out of here. Leave is bad. Mm-hmm. But I'm here in Central Florida, and I'm like, oh, shoot, what the heck is coming up that's going to kill everybody in Tampa? It's coming my way.
Yeah.
That gets me, like, I'm just going to start freaking out.
They don't think about,
the chain reaction. The chain reaction.
Yeah, because they said it to Tampa, and they said, like, only Tampa. But what about people?
Bro,
what about
my mom called me crying.
Up from up north, coming down here.
My mom called me crying. She's from Pennsylvania, and she saw that. And she called me crying, saying, you're going to die, son. Like, she, basically thought that I was going to go out. And I'm like, Mom,
a horrible thing.
It takes more than just that to take me down. But the point on the matter is, like, she got so scared because people in other places that got people, loved ones here, don't understand. Like, my mom doesn't understand where Tampa is versus me. Tampa is 2 hours away from where I live. My mom doesn't understand that. She understands Florida. She understands put your name on your shoulder because you're going to die. Yep. And she called me, son, what's going on? Mm-hmm. I had to start explaining her situation. But at the same time, she already has that on her head. Yeah. And I feel like I'm saying social media, but everybody, any kind of media, mostly TV. I feel like TV is so bad at this. Like news and everything.
They over-exaggerate
because they want people to be watching them, bro. Exactly. And that's what I hate. And then, like, there's so many, like, I feel like also we focus on the wrong things during things like that. Like, I understand they run out of things to talk about during those transmissions, but I criticize a lot of things because I'm like, I don't think we really focus on the things and how they're going on, and we amplified everything. Like, I was making a joke to your family and to yourself. I was like, I bet you before anything started, before any water was here, I think like a day before the hurricane, I was like, watch how many reporters are going to be like, look, there's waves here that can kill you. Tampa, yeah. And they're going to be right there when it happened. The storm. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
There was like 5, as far as I know.
Right now, the hurricane is right here.
News crews.
While they were in there. And I'm like, why are we doing this? Why do we have people on the ground? Oh, because it needs to be reported. And I was like, okay, but those people are risking their lives. And then I'm like, that is not fair. The lady
at Daytona.
You know what? It's so funny to me. There's always the reporter that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
They pick some random person from out there and put it. It's not the one that's sitting.
It's not even a reporter. It's probably someone who lives around there who's like, hey.
No, they are reporters. But it's like they choose like the few people that never ever spoke in camera before. They just been out there doing little stories and stuff. Oh, go over there and take the hurricane. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why? Why do we do things like that? And then the thing that they're reporting, oh, it's a lot of wind. And you see like this one tree shaking. And I'm like, dude, like, you gotta stop. We gotta stop. It is scary. It is bad. I don't want to downsize what happened. Like I told you guys at the beginning. It was a pretty major storm. It hit us pretty bad. There was a lot of things happening. But I feel like we don't focus on the things that are important. Like, the storm wasn't even gone yet, and they were like, oh, some channels. Oh, my God, I got to start watching TV. Well, I don't watch TV. But so they were like, oh, people are already asking what the numbers to get for help. What are the numbers for this, for that? And I was like, I understand you need 911 and all that, but what do you need the number of who's going to pay me for what? Let the hurricane hit, my guy. Like, you don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, we just worry about who's going to help us. And people, and it was so funny how people were like, oh, this electric company's bad. This one is not good. This one, the power goes out before anything even hits. On this one, it doesn't. I'm like, wait. Like, stop focusing on that. Focus on your survival and things, and stop expecting people to come and hand you things. I'm like, on our case, we had all the stuff that we needed. We could run this household for a couple of freaking weeks. Even without power, we could have handled things pretty good for a while. And that's why I was kind of like, that was my main focus. I wasn't thinking of, oh, the government's going to come in and give us that. Or, oh, this person's going to come in and give us that. I'm just mostly centralizing, hey, I got to take care of myself. I got you. Your parents are here. And thunder. Mm-hmm. That's kind of my major focus. And I feel like people, they don't focus on that. Like, they just get scared, buy everything they can, be in their house, and just like hope for the best or some help the next day. And I feel like we don't really like learn and trying to like, I don't know, like, I feel like every time there's a hurricane, just the tension in the air and people's respond, and everybody gets so like anxious and we gotta do this, we gotta do that.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the gasoline situation.
Oh man, the gas.
Right now, we still don't have gas.
Jesus Christ.
In like
a bunch of gas stations. Yeah.
Racetrack. There's
the lines
like
are horrible.
2-3 racetracks that are not open.
There's something else. People go and get so much gas, right? And I'm like, fill your car. 1, extra gas for any equipment you gotta run. 2, and that's it.
That's what people do, but they freak out. Even if they're half a tank, they'll like.
No, there was people putting pictures like, oh, I didn't lose power, so I got this 7 gallons of gas. And I'm like, my boy, like, why do you have so much gas for? I mean, I understand you want to be prepared, but like at the same time.
Because people buy in excess when they freak out. And then
that's what I'm saying.
They don't buy what they need. They don't need all that. Mm-hmm. If they bought what they need, they wouldn't have all this extra food, all this extra gas, all this extra appliances.
That's what I'm saying.
That they have.
We had enough food for a couple of weeks and everything to be good.
We were fine.
We didn't have.
If we lost power, we would have been fine. But I'm saying,
what did we buy? I bought like 2 candles. I bought a pumpkin so we can do
pumpkin carving.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of board games.
Yeah, so I mean, like, we didn't basically bought anything.
We didn't buy anything besides what? My mom made a soup.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
about it. And we bought that Wednesday? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we bought that Wednesday morning.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the how people like get so crazy about, and I'm like, why are we going? Like, I'm telling you, people buying generators and all that. Which, parenthesis, our generator was my beautiful EV vehicle, all right? Yeah, man. Yes. I was so happy because so many haters for so many time, right? So long. They saw me charging my car, and you're like, oh, how are you going to charge it when there's no power? And I was like, I'm not going to drive my car because that's my generator. And they're like, you can use your car as a generator? And I'm like, yes, that's part of the good reasons of having an EV. Close parenthesis.
Oh I just wanted
to point that out because I deserve it after all the hate, and you know it. I've been getting a lot of hate when it comes to EV. So
yeah, well, thank
electric
God
vehicles.
we didn't.
You
know how it works, though.
I know.
You figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know.
Mm-hmm.
We have a generator.
No, and I tell people close to me, if anybody needed it, they can borrow the car. I could just drive it to their house and even use it. But thank God nobody needed it. But yeah, feel good. I was like, EV for the win for this one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Milton, I don't think we even mentioned the name this whole time, but Hurricane Milton.
I think they assumed.
Milton. Como le decimos de cariño. Hurricane Milton did hit us pretty hard. To me, I compare this to what happened with Irma, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's very similar to what happened with Irma, which is
But
a
I feel
hurricane.
like this one had stronger winds.
Yes, but I think the damage was pretty similar.
The damage was similar.
At least in our
I think
area.
a bit
In our area.
more.
Yeah, probably more because of Tampa and all that. Yeah.
It was more.
Yeah, it
'cause
was
remember
more.
the lake? It wasn't that flooded when Irma
True.
hit.
Yeah.
And this one was bad.
So
I mean, we
basically-
had a lot of rain before. What also killed us
Two
was
back
the
to
fact
back.
we
Yeah.
had 2 hurricanes back to back.
And there are 2 that are forming, so let's see what happens. Yeah,
Man.
rock and roll.
Yeah.
But
We're ready.
yeah, guys, we haven't posted because obviously, aside from things that happen with life, we had all this hurricane fighting that we've been doing in Florida. If you're from the state, you know how it is over here. You know how we roll. We usually prepare to a certain degree for hurricanes to happen, but at the end of the day, you're not really prepared. Like when it was really happening and the winds were really going, I was in my room and just hearing it and all that. It was. I wouldn't say it was scary. I don't think that I get scared with things like that. I get concerned. Because even though I'm safe and I'm doing good, I always think of all those people that might not be as safe and all that like I am. And I pray for everybody. So I really hope everybody's good. People from Florida, I hope all of you guys are doing good. If you need anything, you guys know how to contact me. But yeah, we're going to rebuild. I mean, I saw a lot of the, all those, how do they call them? Handman? I forgot how they call. Lineman. All the lineman and all that.
Linemen.
Yeah, lineman. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. All the
we're
linemen and all that.
getting
They were working with the cables, getting everything back up, getting
Oh
people
man, they
power
were
again.
set up and ready on Wednesday.
Bro,
there were like
I'm telling
20
you.
plus trucks in the parking lot of Walmart.
Bro, listen.
They
people,
were ready.
People
they
don't
were
believe
hiding,
me.
but they was ready.
I tell everybody, I'm like, Florida is one of those states that I love living here because I feel like everything something like that big happen, we get so much assistance.
Yeah,
like
we do.
I
We
mean, our guys
100%
are
do.
ready to go.
Yep.
When Helene hit, they were ready to go in Tallahassee, and they keep going. There were a lot of them that had to come down from the north.
Yeah.
Like they were coming
A
down.
lot of them, yeah, they
back
do that.
down because they were up there doing things, and now they got to come back down here.
Yep.
So I appreciate them all the time. I appreciate our police,
First
the
responders.
first responders.
Yep.
God bless them. I really appreciate how fast they were answer calls, answer for help, and everything. And it was just good to see that we have that backup, see that we got those people here for us. That's part of the things that usually when something bad is coming, kind of give me a little bit of assurance, like, okay, no matter how bad it is, I know they're gonna take care of us and
Yeah.
we're gonna be good.
100%.
So thank you so much for that. Yeah, guys, I hope this didn't feel like a sad episode.
It wasn't
We
sad.
good.
Don't be sad.
We're getting better.
Yep.
Please, whenever something coming, no matter where you live, if you see something coming like that, don't freak out, okay? Take your time, evaluate.
But also, don't be too comfortable.
No, yeah.
know,
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself, but be smart about it. Think about what you need. Be logical about things that could happen. Prepare yourself the best that you can, and always be ready. Listen to your authorities. They usually have really great tips of how to prepare yourself and how to be ready. So listen to them, and then if you don't got much experience, ask or talk to someone that does. That might be able to guide you and show you, hey, look, this is what we do.
Even
generally
online
speaking.
too. There's a lot of people who've been through certain stuff.
Exactly.
Natural disasters and stuff.
There we go. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's episode. We just want to kind of give a quick update. We're going to have more episodes, more things coming up. I got to start doing clips. I keep forgetting doing those. I hope everybody is safe, is good. And we see you guys next week. Goodbye. This was JCTalks.
All right.
Woo! Shoot. Morning Thunder.
Oh, Lord.